Hello students, welcome back to my channel Infinity Minds where maths is made easy. Today we shall be learning how to construct a square when only one of its diagonal length is given to us. Okay, it is there as question number 6 on page 108, figure it out exercise. Okay, let us begin. Question 6, construct a square with diagonal 6 centimeters without using a protractor. Yes, of course, with a pair of compasses is what is expected. So all the steps and diagrams I have shown as usual. But I shall be sharing stepwise construction with you. So you may pause the video, go and bring your things, geometry box and the necessary items. So only length of one diagonal is given. Now let us recall on what are the properties for diagonals of a square. Properties for diagonals or probably any other properties which you know regarding a square. Like a square has all four sides equal, its angles are 90 degrees. But since diagonal is given, so let us try and recall on what exactly the property for diagonal do we have. What the property that we have is that diagonals of a square are equal. So both the diagonals of a square are equal and also they are perpendicular bisectors. See, so in a way, so there are three aspects. The diagonals are equal. They are perpendicular to each other, that is they meet at 90 degrees and at the same time they meet at their midpoints. So given the length of one diagonal is equivalent to having measure of both diagonals with us. So but obvious, what is given, the only thing that is given to us are the lengths of the two diagonals. So we shall start with that. Okay, so coming to your geometry part, step number 1, put your scale on the notebook. I even choose the page in the background as page with the lines because now students will be having page with lines on them so that you get a clearer idea of how to proceed. For me, it's just not a problem. I can show the same diagram on a blank page that I shall do by the end of the class. Okay. So let me choose the color of the pen. Say I choose green shade. So first of all, I shall draw the length of one of the diagonals, which is 6 centimeters. Step 1. And I would call it, say, AC, as ABCD is a quadrilateral. So AC can be the length of one of the diagonals equal to 6 centimeters. Now you can refer to all my previous videos. All these steps have been explained nicely before also. So we shall now be drawing the perpendicular bisector of this segment. And how does one do that? By putting the tip of the compass at one of the endpoints and opening the radius of the compass more than half the length of the segment. Once we choose the radius, keep it fixed throughout, an arc above, an arc below. Now take it to the other endpoint of the segment and with the same radius, draw similar arcs above and below, intersecting the previous arcs. Now we can join these segments, the point of intersection of the two arcs. On this red line segment, the red line segment is perpendicular to the green diagonal AC as well as it is meeting at its midpoint. That is, it is perpendicular, 90 degrees it is making and midpoint. So now what else is left? Again back to compass, children. Put the tip of the compass at the midpoint and radius equal to exactly half. What is the length of the diagonal? 6. So we shall do half of it. Half of 6 would be 3 centimeters. So radius equal to 3, an arc above and also arc on the below side, the other side. See, what have we done? We First, step 1, we draw the diagonal. Step 2, make the perpendicular bisector. Now, on this perpendicular bisector would be lying the other, but it is bisector again. So, half above and half below, 3 and 3 centimeters would make up to be 6 centimeters. Now, this is 3. This part is 3. If the midpoint is named O. And similarly, this would be 3. And so would this be 3. And the yellow arc, where the point where the yellow arc is meeting the red segment, can be called as, say, vertex point B, vertex B of the square, and this would become your D. Either ways, so ABCD becomes your square with diagonals AC and BD equals to 6 centimeters each, and they are meeting each other at midpoints and also making a 90-degree. Like you can put your protractor out here and check the 90 degrees made, right? So that is your 90-degree made. That's what we are trying to say. Then you can put your scale and check that midpoint is there, 3 and 3 centimeters, right? Similar will be coming at above. So we can have our segments now. Let me choose the color of the pen. Which one should we take? Maybe a lighter one. So this yellow one is to be joined. Once the labeling is done, A will be joined with B. B would be joined with C. C can be joined with D. And D will be joined with A. So ABCD is a square and it is done. Clear? So this is the kind of thing I was talking about. This. That for me to draw on a blank side, normally, yes, we do use whiteboard and all. I have purposefully chosen the background with lines because, see, I have a choice to choose any of the stripes. The ones with the horizontal lines so that you get an idea how you would make it in your notebook, okay? So going back to the PPT, all the steps have been written. The final diagram is shown here also. There also have shown you stepwise. These are the steps which would help you understand. Okay, you can go through them. All this is already explained. Okay. So with that, we'll come to the end of this particular construction. For more videos and questions, do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, everyone.